Welcome to my first vlog of March. Today is 2nd of March. I didn't vlog yesterday. Yesterday I was finishing a book that I started in February for a buddy read. It was The Cousins and I finished it last night. I enjoyed it. It was 4 stars. And so today is when I officially start reading books for all the readathons. I'm all dressed up to go out. I'm going on a walk and I'm also picking up a book. I'm picking up Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie, which I'll be reading later this month for March of the Moderns readathon. Yesterday was a bit rough for me emotionally and physically, and so today I just feel like I need to clear out my head and move a little. So I'm going on this walk. It's getting a lot warmer. It went from like -16 degrees to 4 degrees in like 2 days. It was pretty rough for everyone. So it's relatively warm, and it was also super sunny earlier, hoping the sun will come back. So it feels like spring, even though I definitely don't trust it and we'll go back to much colder temperatures soon, I am sure. But anyway, I'm off to my walk. So the temperature has been rising, but all the snow we had, it's not going anywhere. It just looks really disgusting and gross now. But yeah, I'm glad for the sun. I'm glad for the blue skies. And I got my book. It's so pretty.
Took my hand, touched my heart, held me close. You were always there by my side, night and day, through it all.
Hello, I just filmed 2 videos. I filmed a haul and a spoiler tag. I tried to do a crown braid, which didn't really work. I feel like my hair needs to be a little longer, but also I didn't do it right this time. I have a bunch of errands to run today, and it just started snowing really hard. Look at this. Oh my god, I need to tell you guys about this pub. This is the Pitcher Pub, and before moving to New York City to study theater, I was working an office job. So I had a gig. The first time I was ever paid to sing was in this pub. I would come, I think, twice a week. I'm pretty sure twice a week. And I brought my guitar with me, and for 2 hours with 1 break, I sat and sang covers. It was at first really hard. Singing for 2 hours is not easy, but I got used to it, and singing to people who don't necessarily care or want to hear you, it was quite something. And I remember no one at the office knew, and I would always hide my guitar like in the back room, and after being done in the office I would sneak and get my guitar and run to the pub and become a musician. It's pretty cool. Does anyone else do this before doing a workout? I check what kind of exercises will we be doing beforehand, because I need to know. Is this weird? Good evening. What a busy day. Good news is my hairstyle, which I'm very proud of. Can you see any part of it? It held up all day. The subway, the snow, the wind, and then when I came home I did a full HIIT workout with a lot of jumping around, and it has not moved, and it's such a great feeling. God, it doesn't even hurt because the weight is distributed. Anyway, you don't want to hear about my hair. I have been reading, what's it called? The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. I'm on 1959, The Seal of the Confessional. This is page 125. So I am slowly making my way through the book. However, it's not because it's hard to read. It's actually very easy to read. It's so well written, and you want to keep going. I was kind of scared it was gonna be too literary, too like beautiful writing, and it's not. It's very much to the point, which I like in my writing. It's both funny, like it's very witty. I do get like some I don't know why, this is absolutely not like it at all, but I do think of Terry Pratchett sometimes. In some like parts of this book, there are some conversations or some things that are being done or said that do remind me of the wittiness of Terry Pratchett books. But of course, this is very different. It combines that kind of light storytelling with actual tragedies of real life. It starts with Catherine when she is, I think, 18 or 17 in a very small village in Ireland. She is pregnant, and the scene that we see is during mass, where the priest sort of exposes her secret and casts her out of the village. Already that first scene, the things that are being said, the way that people act towards her is so heartbreaking. So she packs her very few belongings and she takes a bus to Dublin. On the bus, she meets a boy who's also moving to Dublin to get a job, and they become good friends on the bus ride, and she sort of becomes the third roommate of him and his friend. She finds a job in a tea room. She buys herself a wedding ring to sort of explain her pregnancy and makes up this whole tale because otherwise she would not be hired. And now the parts that I just read, our main character, who is the son of Catherine, he is 7 years old, and he talks about what his life looks like in this house, how he's treated. As I said, like, I'm really loving the writing style. It does combine the like hard truths of reality, misogyny, a lot of misogyny, privilege, homophobia. There's just so much to unpack, but it's also told in a playful way, I would say. I did promise you covers. I've yet to record them. By now you should have heard something and hopefully you enjoy that. As I did with the Canadian Readathon, I do want to find some Irish recipes. About the covers, so I was looking at Irish artists. Who do I know? And I was surprised to find out. So first of all, I didn't know that Snow Patrol was an Irish band, but I found that out a few months ago, so that wasn't a big of a shock, but still, it's pretty cool. What shocked me is that one of my favorite boy bands of my childhood is Irish, and that's Westlife. I love Westlife so much. I had this album that came out in 2000 and I was obsessed with it. I was given the CD for this album by a girl who I befriended while vacationing in Italy. I don't know where she got the CD, but she gave it to me and my sister. I remember that very well. And we were obsessed. We loved it so much. And that was when we were living in Ukraine. And I remember that no one knew anything about these guys. And I was just like, you don't know the best band in the world, Westlife. That was the time when Backstreet Boys were already too old for my generation. So Westlife were my boy band. And then when I was a little older, when I was 11, I became obsessed with Blue, which is a UK band. So their first albums, they have a lot of covers. They covered Uptown Girl, they covered ABBA. They did so many covers, but I did not know the original, so I always thought that Uptown Girl was by Westlife. And it's such a cool song. Oh my god, this is so funny.
Maybe come what may, swept away on a wave of emotion, overcaught in the eye of the storm. And whenever you smile, I can hardly believe that you're mine. Believe that you're mine. This love love is unbreakable. It's unmistakable.
Hello, happy Saturday. It's my sister's birthday and we're about to go celebrate, so I need to get ready.
And each time I look in your eyes, I know why. This love is untouchable. I feel that my heart just can't deny. And each time I look in your eyes, oh baby, I know why. This love is unbreakable.
Hey, good morning. It's Sunday now, and tomorrow me and my sister are going on a trip. We're leaving for several days. We're going to Kaliningrad, which is very exciting. Kaliningrad is a place in Russia. It's a city in the Kaliningrad region, which is situated outside of Russia. It's in Europe. I'm gonna put a map here so you can see what I mean. I don't know anything or much about Kaliningrad, but what I'm learning now that it used to be Königsberg and it was part of Prussia in the 19th century, and it's all very exciting. We're leaving tomorrow morning. I was not sure what to do about the vlog. Should I continue and just make a big 2-week long vlog, or should I finish this first week here and post it now, because next week I probably won't be posting anything because I won't be able to, you know, film and edit. I will be busy. I think I'm going to try and edit this footage today so it comes out sometime next week while I'm there filming a next vlog. The only problem is because I'm doing covers, I need to quickly record a cover today to use in there. So I think I'm gonna do a Westlife cover because I mentioned Westlife so much in this video. Anyway, as to books, I yesterday got to page 300 out of 700 pages of this book. And the plan for today is to reach page 370. It gets to part 2, Exile, which is the middle of the book. I am really enjoying this book. So this whole book is basically the story, the life story of Cyril, who is our main character, and we start following him in the very beginning while he's still in the womb. We follow his mother when she's pregnant, and so sectioned all the parts. The blue ones are the like big parts of the book, and the green ones are the chapters, and between each chapter there are 7 years. So we first meet him when he's not even born, then we meet him at 7, and so on and so on. I just finished the section when he was 21, and I just started at the section when he's 28, and I read an interview with John Boyne, the author of this book, reading his thoughts on like why did he write this book, what was he trying to do. Basically it was inspired by marriage equality becoming legal in Ireland in 2015, and he was sort of curious to see how Ireland got there. He says, I started writing this novel about 18 months before the equal rights marriage referendum. I was struck by how my country had changed in such a short space of time. Homosexuality was only decriminalized when I was in university, and yet within 25 years we were set to become the first country in the world to vote for same-sex marriage. How had we come so far? How had Ireland, the bastion of conservatism and Catholicism, changed so much? And knowing that this is what sparked the idea definitely makes sense as to how he's writing the book. I wanted Cyril, the main character, to represent Ireland itself. In the first half of the book, between 1945 and 1973, Cyril is frightened of his sexuality, of sex itself, of any form of intimacy. Although he's not religious, he is part of a society that places the church as the heart of all personal decisions. In the second half, between 1980 and 2015, he's proud of who he is and no longer afraid. I needed to write a long book with an expansive time frame to achieve my aims of telling the story of an entire country. And he definitely did a great job. This is wonderful. And the sort of like funny dialogue is still very much present, even though the realities of the main character are definitely not happiest. So when I go on my trip, I will be taking this book. I will also continue listening to Say Nothing, the audiobook that I'm listening to. I am really enjoying that one, but I do need to take little breaks because it's a lot. I know that I initially said that this is like a true crime book. It doesn't really read like a true crime. It tells the history of Northern Ireland in a specific time frame, which and the way it's told, it's focused on different people and their stories and how they were connected, and it's fascinating and so interesting, and I'm learning so much. There are so many things that I had no idea were connected. My understanding of the Northern Ireland conflict was very limited, and I'm so glad that now I'm learning more about it and it's becoming more focused, because it used to be just like, I think it was this against this and I don't really understand how it happened. Now it's definitely way more clear, and I think I will definitely keep enjoying it on our trip. Going to Kaliningrad, but we're not staying in Kaliningrad only. We will be going to 2 or 3 other places in that region, which is super exciting. Anyway, I think I will end my vlog here. This week was definitely not what I expected. A lot of things were happening. I didn't read as much as I thought I would read, but I hope this was interesting and calming and whatever you want a vlog to be. And I will see you in my next one.
We were still in high school when I first met you. Even then you were the prettiest girl that I ever knew. And we carved our names on everything that we could find, the way that all kids do. And although time has passed, I still get surprised, and the pulling in my chest when I know you're coming by. If this feeling's proving anything, it's not everything is gonna change with time. You're still